going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, sports family. Thank you for tuning in to Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. This is your host, Joseph Hadid. It is TGIF, Friday, January 19th, 2024. Thank you for interacting with us wherever you may be and tuning into our YouTube channel and searching us by WWSUP by Joey Hadid, your host. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, we close out the work week and get ready for this upcoming weekend. And we have some news to go over with you, what transpired this past week in sports. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start off with some college hoops. As ladies and gentlemen, the NCAA women's basketball game drawed 1 million plus watched top 15 Indiana at Iowa game last Saturday. So the India women's basketball contest at number 3, Iowa, Saturday night on Fox, was the network's third most watched women's college basketball game in history. The Hoosiers continued Big Ten play. I think they did continue it this past Wednesday versus Minnesota at home, airing on Peacock. Fox College Hoops announced Wednesday that the then number 14 Indiana women's basketball game at number 3 Iowa Saturday had 1,043,000 viewers, ladies and gentlemen. The third most watched women's game in network's history. Despite the snowy, frigid conditions in Iowa City, an announced 14,998 fans packed into Carver Hockey Arena for the game, which Indiana lost 84-57, and Caitlin Clark, ladies and gentlemen, scored 30 points. The Hoosiers game on Thanksgiving night against Tennessee in the Fort Myers tip-off had 1,118,000 television viewers. That game broke Fox's viewership record for the most watched women's college basketball game, and it stands as the network's most watched game this season. Alright, let's shift over to some NBA news. Roughly 1,800 players. NBA Twitter is awestruck after learning LeBron James has played against 35% of the league's players. As of this season, LeBron James is the oldest active player in the NBA. He is currently in his 21st season and became the 6th player in league history to reach 21 years of playing. Being in the league for over 2 decades, it's only natural that James has faced tons of players in his career. At this point, LeBron has played in 3 generations of basketball. With that in mind, given the longevity of LeBron James in the league, it appears that he has faced a third of all NBA players. According to LA Lakers official X/Twitter account, James has played against 35% of all players in league history. Let's shift over to some Major League Baseball news. MLB rumors: Astros are eyeing Josh Hader, Dylan Cease to stay with White Sox until the trade deadline. There's a Dylan Cease rumor the same day he had a round table discussion about whether or not the White Sox were going to keep him heading into the season. Buster Olney of ESPN reports that 2 rival executives believe the Sox will hold onto Cease. In quotes, there is no pressure on them to lower their asking price. One said via Olney, in quotes, they'll get what they want at the trade deadline. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that pitchers like Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery, they remain in free agency, while possibly Shane Bieber and or Corbin Burns, though it's seemingly less likely these days that neither gets moved, are on the trade block. If all of a sudden the market starts moving fast, the White Sox could always change course here, assuming the rival executives are even correct. Another season the White Sox could hold Cease is the feeling that they'd be selling low. He was 14-8 with a 2.2 with a 2.20 ERA, 1.11 WHIP, and 227 strikeouts in 184 innings in 2022, finishing second in the American League Cy Young voting. And last season, ladies and gentlemen, he was 7-9 with a 4.58 ERA, 1.42 WHIP, and 214 strikeouts in 177 innings. Alright, let's shift over to some NHL hockey news. NHL, ladies and gentlemen, postponed the Blackhawks-Sabres game in Buffalo because of snow-related travel restrictions. The NHL has postponed the game between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Buffalo Sabres because of travel restrictions in western New York for extreme winter weather. The league announced the game scheduled for Wednesday night would instead be played Thursday night, and there is a travel ban in place for the city of Buffalo and local executives that they were hoping the league would move back the game in the name of public safety. The Blackhawks had made it to town, which is usually enough for the NHL to decide to go on with the game. But a lake effect storm that was projected to dump 2 feet of snow on the region. This postponement comes after the NFL pushed back the playoff game between the Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers from Sunday to Monday for the last round of snow that hit the area last weekend. The game went ahead Monday with snow in the stands and Buffalo winning that game 31-17 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alright. Let's shift over to more NFL news, ladies and gentlemen. James Houston, Detroit Lions activate linebacker ahead of the playoff clash. Lions activate Houston. The Detroit Lions activated linebacker James Houston from injured reserve ahead of their playoff clash against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Houston had been sidelined since September with a right ankle fracture. Lions have waived Okora. The Lions also waived linebacker Julian Okora, who contributed 7 tackles and 2 sacks in 9 games this season. The move reflects on the team's strategic adjustments as they prepare for the playoff game. Houston's impact. Houston, a 6th round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, recorded 8 sacks in 7 games in his rookie season. His return adds depth and experience to the Lions' defensive lineup, which aims to continue its impressive run in the postseason. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I will see you on next Friday's recorded podcast. Till then, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out. Let everybody know what Worldwide Sport Updates is all about for your daily sports updates, your podcast, your sports, your news, your local community. This is Joseph Hadid, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of each other, sports family. Have yourself a great week.